And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll give it to him right up the gut. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
Third and 4. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. Now Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
Back to throw here. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Here's Marquette King now as he'll kick it away for the second time. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 18. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Second down, 9 yards to go.
Watch left. Watch left.
Slot man moves right. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. On third down, Mariota toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
One man in the backfield, that's Jones. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. .7 yards to go on second down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Off the play fake, Mariota. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. Back to Buffalo after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Another pistol look here. Running right, Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays. But
and now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now they try the right side here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. And another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Goal from the 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Matt Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And the lead is now 24. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Fighting through. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
A good play on the ball, getting a hand on it, but it was tipped up in the air before falling incomplete. And that leads to way too many moments where bad things can happen for a defense and good things can happen for an offense. And this is tough to teach in today's football because everyone wants to make a highlight play. Tip it up in the air, grab it yourself, take it the other way. But sometimes that can backfire. How do you teach these guys to just make the good, solid, fundamental play of knocking it to the ground and not trying to make a highlight reel play that could backfire?
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Throwing, Jones. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now the Bills will take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Marquette King now, as he's on to punt for Minnesota.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He was looking for Matt Jones that time, and it's 3rd and short.
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And now out comes Minnesota. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll send a slot in motion left. And they'll run it here. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
They'll look to throw here. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Looking to throw into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake
There's pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. One man in the backfield, that's Jones. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing is Mariota. He's got time. He's going to float this one. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bills add on. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Now a handoff as they run left side. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Now Jones. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, He can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
3rd down now following the completed pass. They'll look to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. And the Bills getting set to go. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Mariota now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
It's really something. Even when he's hitting these from distance, big-time distance, he manages to put them right down the middle, doesn't he?
No doubt about that one. Never a doubt. And this is no extra point. That's 50-plus. And that's the definition of splitting the uprights.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now, and this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss. And quickly, they get to the line. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And here come the Bills. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Second down, Mariota. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Here we go. 190. 190. Right here, guys. Right 51.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Cut his left. Cut his left. Hey. You got 3.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry out. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it?
And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mariota. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Daniil Hunter, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And now because of the sack, it's 3rd and goal from the 14. 3rd and long here for Mariota. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And out now come the Vikings. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the 2nd half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
A nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. And now here's another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And now out come the Bills. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
3 down. Under crush.
On 2nd down, Mariota again. Can't find anyone open. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out comes Minnesota.
That's right. Go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Come on, let's
Throwing, Jones. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up on the top shelf.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well. And maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
And now here is another interception. And some room to maneuver. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Second down and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. 4 yards remaining now on second down.
Single, slot.
Let's go! Here's a play fake as they set it. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now they face a third down after the fumble on second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And they're going to speed things up here.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
They'll look to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. I'm ready now for 2nd and 9.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end. Tighten up.
Mariota here to throw. He's going to air one out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. 1 man in the backfield. That's Jones. And he'll be taken down. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Here's Brad Nortman now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now Jones. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just 1 kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now.
And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for Buffalo, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.